great rookie in town tonight for Sixers Wizards around Shayla. And worth noting for the visiting Wizards, 3 between the Sixers and Wizards on the season.
Important for the Sixers here to get off to a good start. You don't want to be having an uphill battle, dealing with fatigue coming off the road. That first game back off of a long road trip was always a tough one. Here we are.
And on cue, steal number 26 in the month of March for Quentin Grimes.
That just shows you that he's able to give it to you on both ends of the floor. He has a presence. He's effective defense as well as offense.
Yeah, I think we've all, as Rico told Tanner, we've all been so impressed with all aspects of his game. A little hook shot.
His local, or I should say his fellow countrymen, Sarr not strong enough to keep Yabu off. They're decent in fast break and pace, so you want to make sure you get back.
Him, a Maryland native, Bub Harlton Carrington. He was the 14th overall pick of the Portland Trail Blazers, and then along with Malcolm Brogdon was traded to Washington for Denny Avdia, who's having the best season of his career now with the Blazers. Here's Quentin Grimes, off the mark on his first three-point attempt, but Yabu there for an offensive rebound. Backing down, Sarr once again. Go back to it, big fella. And Sarr with the block. Well, as expected, you could tell from his length he's going to be good at that.
Yeah, and he wasn't able to create the separation he did previous.
As Champagnie.
So you've got to find him in transition. These guys run the spots now. They're not running for layups.
Gershon can do this. Off the heel, was on line. Rebound down to Jordan Poole.
They'll run on long rebounds, too.
Sarr has that shot. We showed it to you in the open. 32%, 7 games, almost 39% the last 7 that he's played.
Got nice touch, got good length. He can shoot over most defenders running at him. Quick release, too, by Sarr. Literally made it in the open from the same very spot on the floor that he just did.
This is another one of the rookies in the starting lineup,
Wow.
A.J. Johnson, and that's Jordan Poole. We know that he's got Trae Young. Won an NBA championship with the Warriors back in 2022. 38% from beyond on the season this year with Washington is Jordan Poole. Ricky Council back in the starting lineup for Nick Nurse and the Sixers tonight.
He pops, spots up along the three-point line, right in that trail position. Too easy, no help.
Poole blows past.
Can't be hugging your man. You're doing nobody any good.
Back-to-back threes for the Dancing Bear.
Looks.
Poole looking to go back-to-back as well. That one's off. Both of these teams have lost their last 5 games. Wizards fell to Toronto in DC on Monday, while the Sixers put up a heck of a fight in New Orleans at the end of that 10-day road trip, but just didn't have enough after falling behind early. Edwards off the mark from 3.
Lockout from Champagnie, too. Had Gershon on his hip.
There's Carrington. Well, as you mentioned, they don't usually shoot the best percentage, but they're going to launch a lot of them. And so far, so good. 4 of 5 from downtown are the Wizards.
Well, and just because they're not a good shooting team doesn't mean it gives you a right to not defend them. You should get your hands up on every shot. You're contesting all looks, no open looks.
Yabusele's 3 that time, halfway down before it pops back out. 4 different Wizards have hit their 4 3-pointers so far, giving them this 7-point lead. Carrington, the jump stop, the fadeaway. Yabusele clears.
We were doing better from 3. That time decided to get it closer.
And trading triple attempts so far. Nice little pick and roll there. Gershon. We saw it in the third quarter Monday in New Orleans. Like our veteran international, Gershon Yabusele, but it truly is now an international game. There's no disputing that.
And from a personal perspective, if you're an international player, what better city to land in than the most international one we have besides New York, and that's Washington, D.C.
Yeah, great call. Good defense by Gershon there, but the Wizards get it back. Carrington spent a year at Pitt. Good pass down low to Sarr, who's able to power up. A hit-hand pass to Carrington, who jams it.
He's from beyond the arc. That will certainly help your production, and his consistency is what has impressed most.
3 new faces in for the Sixers. Jared Butler, Adem Bona, and Marcus Bagley. And Jared Butler hits from outside. Jared had a really nice Monday night. Very close to where he had about 25 people at the game, and he had 19 points and 3 made threes in that one. Ooh, looked like Quentin Grimes had Monday off for rest because he's played his tail off in his first 20 games as a Sixer. Adem Bona came back from that ankle sprain on
Wing, this one from the right.
Butler short on in for Brian Keefe and the Wizards.
Sarr steal making that play possible.
Grimes. Edwards into the paint. And there's our rookie, Justin Edwards, rattling in the mid-range.
Nice touch on that little baby hook over the right shoulder. Took his defender left right into the heart of the defense and then elevated nicely.
Edwards and Quinton were really the stars of that. Here's Jones. Over to Jordan Poole. Alex Sarr from the wing. And the Wizards are red hot from outside.
But Sarr is somehow manufacturing, salvaging something out of nothing. Little matchup zone from the Wizards.
Sixers 3 of 8 from outside. Grimes thought about it. Bagley's asking for it on the weak side. And Grimes hits a 3. Sarr looking for more. That one's off, but Champagnie soaring in for the rebound. And keep an eye on Quinton Grimes. He's still wincing a little bit. He kind of rolled his ankle colliding with a fan after hitting that three-point shot. My goodness. Champagnie 3 for 3 now from beyond.
Just driving and kicking the shooters. That's all they're doing right now, the Wizards. It's effective, but it's a simplistic attack.
It's working. 7 and 9 from beyond. Adem Bona, great offensive rebound. And then the putback attempt rims out.
Point blank range, you got to come away with that.
Poole swatted by Bona, right into the hands of Alex Sarr, and make it 8 threes.
Sarr, so he went too deep because Sarr stayed out in the trail position.
Grimes pass deflected. Champagnie punches. Council spinning, kicking. Grimes doing the same. Back to Ricky. Council high, arcing 3 off the heel. Edwards the rebound. Edwards for 3. And the RAV 4 minutes to play is brought to you by Toyota. Visit Toyota.com to find your 2025 RAV4 Toyota today. Toyota. Let's go places. 33-20, Wizards in front. This is Colby Jones, second-year player out of Xavier. Tried to sneak it into Jones, and Bagley took it away. Sixers with numbers. And Adem Bona with an impressive rim rocker.
You always reward the big man. If you want rebounds and more runouts, you always reward the big man.
And we love the old school Adem going up with 2 hands. This is A.J. Johnson, blocked by Adem Bona. Down to Sarr, though it goes. Tied up by Grimes. 3 Sixers around him. Good defense by the Sixers, not fouling there.
Brought it down. That was what allowed the other defenders to get a piece of that.
Here goes Bona again. Tried to dunk on the Frenchman, but lost it just before he could throw it down.
I love how he attacks, though.
Yeah, me too.
Doesn't always have to end up your way, but you always have control of your attempts at least, and he went right at him.
And shot fake by Johnson. Airballs the shot, though, down to Adem Bona.
This is his shot.
Edwards on the left wing. Yeah, gotta wonder, you hear it said often that the first game after a long road trip is almost the most difficult because the guys still getting back on their sleep patterns and just kind of readjusting after being exhausted. Again, 10 days away, 6 games. Adem almost had the block. Also the shot, though. And there's the block by Adem. But a goal points. Third in blocks amongst the rookies is Alex Sarr. Bit of a low pass. Grimes the pass fake. Flips it off the window. And in DC. Grimes hits the first. Well, Pride Night presented by Giant is back. It's this coming Sunday. Before we hit the road again. We got the Miami Heat here on Saturday. And then those Toronto Raptors and Pride Night on Sunday. Sixers were down as many as 16. Trim the lead to 11 here with 1:40 to go in our first quarter. Carrington back in. This is Tristan Vukcevic. And Chris Middleton is a scratch tonight, still dealing with that ankle injury. Jeff Doughton floats it up for 2.
All he needs to get to a comfortable spot on the floor, uses that little rhythm dribble, and then is able to elevate. Nice high release point on that jumper, too.
This is JT Thor. Started his career with the Charlotte Hornets. I'm sure you remember him and his dunking prowess. And the 21-year-old from Overtime Elite completes the 3-point play. Final minutes of this first quarter. 8-12 right now for the Wizards.
It's not the matchup.
Down 10 for three.